All right, guys. So I know I say this a lot, but I say it because it is true. Every day I see a whole lot of woke stuff, right? I see a whole lot of woke stuff when I'm looking for things to talk about. And just when I think it couldn't get any woker, right, in terms of the crazy, the far leftness, it just does, right? It turns up, right, even more. And this time, we have Allyn Walker, who's a non-binary assistant professor at Old Dominion University, whom was answering questions about their new book, in which they are essentially trying to destigmatize being attracted to minors. Now, without further ado, I'm actually gonna let you guys watch the video of Allyn Walker here, trying to explain why we as a society should normalize and destigmatize people who are attracted to minors. Take a look.
So much for that question. I use the term minor attracted person, or MAP, in the title and throughout the book for multiple reasons. First of all, because I think it's important to use terminology for groups that members of that group want others to use for them. And MAP advocacy groups like Before You Act have advocated for use of the term MAP. They've advocated for it primarily because it's less stigmatizing than other terms like pedophile. A lot of people, when they hear the term pedophile, they automatically assume that it means a sex offender. And that isn't true, and it leads to a lot of misconceptions about attractions toward minors. I've definitely heard the idea that you brought up, though, that the use of the term minor attracted person suggests that it's okay to be attracted to children. But using a term that communicates who someone is attracted to doesn't indicate anything about the morality of that attraction.
All right, guys, so I want to say this up front and foremost, okay? There's a reason why we stigmatize being attracted to minors, right? There's a reason why. It's because if you are attracted to a minor, if you happen to be attracted to a minor, then we don't want you acting on those feelings, right? We don't want you acting on it. So therefore, we're going to make it seem like it's the worst thing in the world, because it is. It's there for a reason. I just want to put that out there up front, that this is not okay, right? It's not okay whatsoever. But I just want to also explain this professor's argument here so that people understand what they're trying to say. What they're trying to say is that, well, there are people out there that apparently are attracted to minors, okay? And they don't act on those feelings. However, they just are. And they may feel marginalized because a lot of people may label somebody who's attracted to minors as a pedophile, right? They may automatically say, no, you're a pedophile, even though they have not acted on that, right? And what this professor is arguing is that, well, we can't make a morality judgment if the person has not actually acted on their attraction, because their attraction is natural, right? They can't help what they're attracted to. That's the argument that they're making, right? I just want you guys to understand that. So a lot of this, in terms of your opinion on this, is going to come down to whether or not you believe that attraction is natural, whether or not people can help who they're attracted to, right? And I think there is some truth in the sense that people are just kind of attracted to what they're attracted to a certain extent. But that doesn't mean that being attracted to children or minors is normal, right? That's not what it means, okay? I mean, in fact, if you look up the definition of pedophilia, it is a psychiatric disorder in which an adult or older adolescent experiences a primary or exclusive sexual attraction to prepubescent children. So it is a psychiatric disorder, which means that it is not normal, right? This is not something that most people experience, okay? This is something that a small segment of society experiences. So you can't use coddling language and to try to say, well, we shouldn't use this term because we don't want to offend these people who happen to have what is characterized as a psychiatric disorder if they actually are attracted to minors, right? And in my opinion, guys, this is just another example of the left trying to normalize things that just should not be normal, right? There are things in our society that we don't normalize and we don't condone for a reason, because it is just wrong, and we don't want to make it seem like certain behaviors in our society are acceptable or that we will tolerate them if you act on those behaviors because, oh, well, it's just natural, right? And it's like, no. If you happen to be somebody that falls into one of these groups, okay, you should know the difference between right and wrong, right? You should know that, hey, I don't want to act on whatever feelings you may or may not be having, okay? And the way that we make sure that you know that is to stigmatize such behavior, right? To stigmatize it. That's how we let people know that, hey, this is not good and that there will be consequences if you do this, right? You will be held accountable for your actions. We simply do not need a society where everything should be normalized. There are some things that are not normal for a reason. It's because they are not normal by definition, or they are bad for society. That way we stigmatize those behaviors. We look down on those behaviors because ultimately that is best for the greater good of society. And that is definitely true when it comes to this subject matter, right? Again, we cannot just accept everything. Everything is not acceptable. And that's what these people on the left need to understand. That's what they need to understand. They want us to accept everything. And if you don't accept it, then you are a blank phobe, right? You're a blank phobe. That's basically what it is. And quite honestly, I'm not afraid of being called a phobe because I know I'm not a phobe. I'm just not okay with this type of immoral behavior, right? It's really that simple. It's really that simple. Not being okay with immoral behavior does not make you a phobe. It makes you a moral person, right? So, man, it's just a shame that there's taxpayer dollars going to fund this type of research and things that some of these academics delve in, right? I really don't understand why a lot of taxpayer dollars are going towards this stuff. And in my opinion, that's a part of the reason why we have this issue with student loan debt, right? Because we're subsidizing this type of stuff that has no positive return on investment in society whatsoever. That's the reason why we have so much student loan debt. Okay? What positive return on investment is this type of conversation about normalizing being attracted to minors? What positive return is that getting for us? But yet again, these academics are being subsidized by the government. Makes no sense to me. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.